How to increase articulation. The more articulately you can speak, the more intelligent people will assume that you are. The more articulately you can speak, the better of a storyteller you'll be. The more articulately you can speak, the better of a communicator you'll be. The more engaging and entertaining of a conversationalist you'll be. When you get right down to it, there's not a lot about your personality that won't get better as you improve your articulation skills. So, the money question: how can you improve your articulation? You are about to learn a very powerful exercise that will help you improve your articulation, and it will only take a couple of minutes per day. And if you do this exercise regularly, you will improve your articulation regularly. So, what's the exercise? It's something called image streaming. This was invented by a guy named Wen Winger way back in the day. He wrote about it in his book, The Einstein Factor. The Einstein Factor was filled with exercises and ideas that allegedly help you to increase your IQ. One of those exercises was image streaming. Now, whether or not image streaming actually increases your IQ is still kind of open for debate, but image streaming will increase your articulation skills. You'll see why in just a minute. So, how do you do image streaming? It's very easy. You close your eyes and describe what you see. If you don't see anything at all, which is common, close your eyes and describe what you imagine that you see. The rules are very simple. One is to speak as specifically as you can, to describe the images in as much detail as you can. Imagine that you're speaking to an AI-driven computer, and the computer is going to create a stream of images based only on the words you are feeding it. 2 is to speak as quickly as you can. This is much more difficult than it sounds. You'll really need to mentally push yourself. 3 is to allow the images to change on their own. Avoid trying to force them or change them by yourself. Just allow them to change, evolve, unfold on their own. At first, going for a full minute without stopping will be very difficult, so keep pushing yourself. Try to get to the point where you can go 5 or 10 minutes per day. That will be plenty. Now, why does this work? Because the faster and more accurately and more specifically you speak, the quicker the images will come. The more you do this, the more vivid and detailed the images will be. You will never be able to keep up with the images. Your words will always be behind the images as they change on their own. The more you do this, the more you'll be able to accurately describe abstract images and ideas. The more you'll be able to intelligently talk about difficult to explain and describe ideas. You'll start to describe things and explain things with much more intellectual depth. You'll be able to help others describe abstract ideas and complex emotional issues with much more specificity. This may even help out your relationships, as it will be much easier from a purely linguistic standpoint to talk about difficult issues within your relationship. Once again, this is very simple. Close your eyes and describe what you see. Allow the images to change on their own. Describe them as quickly and as accurately as you can. Do this every day. Start with a minute and slowly work up until you're at 10 minutes. Do this and you'll be recognized by your friends and colleagues as a super genius in no time. Thanks for watching. To stay updated on more tips to help you improve your life, please subscribe, like, and comment. To learn more, please visit mindpersuasion.com.